Hi, welcome back to Arcanaignition. I'm Wolf, and it's been a while since I posted a video. I was in Hawaii with my family, and I was upstate facilitating Adventures of the Spirit. And now I am back in North Brooklyn and ready to answer more questions. So if you have questions that you want me to answer, send them to arcanaignition@gmail.com, and I'm going to post that in the comments. And I would love to hear from you. So tonight I'm going to be answering a question from my dear friend Raruwach. That's not his real name, but that is the name that he is using right now, which I suppose makes it kind of a real name. People always ask me if Wolf is my real name, and the answer I always want to give is, oh, well, what do you mean by real? Which is usually an interesting conversation to delve into, because reality is kind of this ever-shifting, amorphous thing that we just take for granted. But Raruwach, his question is, why am I having a hard time finding the love that I envision for myself? How can I open up space for that to transform? Something I love about this question is he's asking what he can do. Not just like what's going to happen, but he wants to know how he can take action. And the way he wants to take action is open up space, which is all you expert manifestors know. That is the way you manifest. You create space in your life for it. So I am going to do my best to answer this question using the Robin Wood Tarot deck, which I have already been shuffling. Give it one more shuffle and then pull some cards for Raruwach. All right, so, my dear, the first card I am pulling for you this evening is the Knight of Swords. All right, here's Knight of Swords. Yeah. So, this is a form of fearless charging ahead. And this Knight in Swords in particular is crackling with electricity. Swords are about the life of the mind or the intellect. So the Knight of Swords is being intellectually courageous. It's having the kinds of thoughts that you wouldn't normally have. And it's charging forward with those. This guy can be a bit of a mansplainer. He can be confident in that way that tall white men find it easy to be confident. And he's got a ton of power. He's on this winged horse, and he's doing what his abundant brains are telling him to do. Next card is the Ace of Wands. Here we go. So wands are about personal power. Wands are about will or libido or drive. And this version is especially phallic. We've got these seed-filled sunflower situations and this DNA phallus stick. And this is talking about the yet-to-be-formed energy that comes from your personal sense of, I'm just going to go ahead and say dick. And the last card I'm going to draw is the Eight of Swords. This is totally someone who needs to figure out how to get out of her own way. Right? So she's all tied up. Again, we have swords, we have intellect. 8 is about movement, but here she is. She's thinking so much that she can't move a whole lot. At least it sort of looks like she can't move a lot because her feet are not tied. So maybe she can move a lot if she really wanted to. Okay, why are you having such a hard time finding the love that you envisioned for yourself? Okay, I would say, first we've got 2 swords in this reading, so I'm going to say you're overthinking it. And then we have this right in the middle, so I'm going to say you're being led by your dick. I think your libido is getting in the way. I think your sexual desires are subsuming your love desires. And that's a very strange thing for me to say. I'm super led by my sexual desires. There is no slut shaming on this YouTube channel. And I wonder if that's happening to you here. So, your question. Why am I having a hard time finding the love that I envision for myself? And how can I open up space for that to transform? Yeah, I think you're doing this mind thing. I think you're taking all this stuff that you know and that you know, and you are charging ahead with it and letting it tie you up. So what can you do? I'm gonna pull you an advice card. So, how can you open up space for that to transform? Right? Because thinking, when you say like, all you have to do is stop thinking so much, then that's like all you have to do is the tricky part, right? All any of us have to do is change your mind, think differently, change your outlook. You wouldn't be so depressed if you just stopped being depressed, right? But this is the card I pulled. It is a 6 of Wands. So we are dealing again with Wands, again with the realm of personal power and libido. And this time there is a moving forth. There's a change thing that's happening. And this card is real victory. This guy has already won. He's got all the confidence. He's got his laurels. He's got people cheering at him. And I want to talk about the difference between this kind of confidence of the 6 of Wands and the confidence of the Knight of Swords. And I think that the 6 of Wands is he's a lot more chill with it. He's already won. This guy is trying to prove something. This guy is relaxing because he's already there. So this advice to me is realize how much love there is in your life. I know there isn't the specific kind of love that you're looking for right now, but I think the way you attract that is by recognizing the love that is currently there. And I know a little bit about your life. I used to know more about your life. We should really hang out more. But what I know about your life is that you have a ton of friend love. You have all these people who do this. When you walk into my house, we kind of like throw flowers and cheer because we're so happy you're here. And I think that if you feed off of that energy and you stop being driven by this unformed phallic thing, then it can help you realize that you're not as stuck as you think you are. And maybe this can go to something a little bit more productive. So, why are you having a hard time finding the love that you envision for yourself? Because you are charging ahead with incomplete information and tying yourself up. There's a lot of dramatic weather here too, and a lot of this unformed power energy. And what can you do with it? How can you open up the space to transform that? You can enjoy the ride and notice all the people cheering you on. I hope this helps because you deserve love and because everyone deserves love. And my dear, I want so badly to see you happy, to see you joyful. So let me know if that works. Get back to me. And I will see you guys very soon with more questions. Thank you for watching Arcana Ignition. I'm Wolf, and I hope you have a most wondrous evening.